morning from beautiful Saint-Tropez, Loro Piana Giraglia. All the boats are getting ready to go out for the fourth and final day of inshore racing, and they're going to be going out through this beautiful piece of water. We know the Med's beautiful, but what you may not know is it's a sanctuary. It's a sanctuary that's been protected for many years, or at least many years recently, and we have a very special guest. I have Emilia Vez with me, our other co-presenter, and we have Lionel Payan, a sea life ambassador and a French sailing legend. So let's get through this really special water. Why is it protected here?
It's protected because we need to protect Mediterranean and seas and ocean. And because we are in Giraglia, the French, Italy and Monaco decide to make a Pelagos Sanctuary, which is a total protected area for whales, turtle, fish, and everything. No fishing in this area, no big fishing. And it came from a protected area start in 70s in Corsica because the grouper was nearly to disappear. And they decide to make an area in North and South Corsica. And then now grouper and crayfish are migrate to French and Italian coast. And with Pelagos and protection for the whales and turtle, things are moving in the right directions.
Fantastic. That was in the 70s between Italy, France, and Monaco all the way up through now. There are also other protections going on. And then there are national parks on the shorelines, even though this is a huge triangle of water that they're trying to protect and limit fishing, but also national parks on the land as well.
Yes, sure, because Mediterranean coast is 24 countries, 500 million people living around Mediterranean, and also 600 million tourists are coming every year on and around Mediterranean. That means we have a lot of work to do to protect this very special sea and closed sea.
And I think the thing that is so unique about the Pelagos and the protection is how it is done, and it's through the Posidonia flower you were talking about, and how that then protects the turtles as well, and the grouper and the flying fish. How can you picture what this looks like underwater?
People don't understand, for example, the Posidonia problem. Posidonia is a flower, the only flower in the sea. It's only in Mediterranean, and it catches 400 times more carbon than rainforest and produce 20 liters of oxygen per square meter and per day, which is essential for the balance of the ecology of the sea and for the people also, because it's oxygen, we need it.
Yeah, and we have to balance out the acidity as well from like you mentioned, all the millions of people that come here to visit. So it brings down the pH as well, and therefore is protecting everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Posidonia is protected since 89. But unfortunately, land pollution, and especially pollution water from land, from industry, and for people, and encore big boats make a large incident with Posidonia, and we lost nearly 30% of the Posidonia in the European coast since 1889. And French authority made the red line in 20. To protect the mooring of big boats.
Wonderful.
Now, the Posidonia flower that's below the surface, 0 to 40 meters below, we don't see that. But what we do see is the wildlife. So just give us quickly the wildlife that you see when you do the Giraglia. What are the things that are coming back in numbers here in the Saint-Tropez and in the Mediterranean?
And on Pelagos Sanctuary, because Giraglia is 100% racing on Pelagos Sanctuary, then you can see dolphin for sure, flying fish, turtles, and whales, sperm whales and fin whales, which nearly 200 whales living in Pelagos, which is very important. And also I have to mention that since Pelagos exists, turtles are coming back to ponds on Italian and French coasts, and it's very good, and the land people protect when we see the turtle. And I also want people remember that the fishermen catch nearly 30,000 turtles officially in Mediterranean every year, which is dramatic.
So there are a lot of actions, not just protecting the waters, reducing fishing, but also fishing practices and those kind of things.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, Lionel, what we'll end with is, we're here for a sailboat race. You've won the Whitbread Around the World race. You've won lots of single-handed distance races. You're a sailing legend in France. But what do you love about sailing in the Giraglia and these distance races in the Med?
Giraglia is a special race because it's incredible racing between French and Italian coast through Corsica, and with a lot of tricks for the winds, and also fantastic seeing. I remember one year where after the start in Levant Island, the beginning, because the Mistral was there the day before, we saw the Italian coast, which is far from, we cannot see today Corsica or Italian coast, and we see, and it's unique sighting, and that's why people are very exciting, and a lot of boats are coming every year from every country to race in our area.
Awesome. Well, it's great to hear about all the efforts to protect these waters so the sailors can see all that beautiful sea life that you've seen in your around the world travels right here back at home in France and Italy. So,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us, Lino.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll get on with the rest of our stories today as the boats dock out for their last day of racing, and we can't wait for tomorrow's distance race as well. See you on the water. Australia 2024, the last day of the inshore racing in this wonderful format with inshore racing. Let's talk about weather today. Got to get that out of the way. The breeze was northwest, 12 to 15 knots, a little bit light in the morning, but it really came on. The flying Nika even got to fly. In IRC and ORC, the courses were on the Gulf of Saint-Tropez. In Maxi A and B, we were on the Bay of Pamplona once again, but we didn't do a long distance race. We only did one race, 20-mile race, right around the corner, shorter than yesterday's 30-mile race. Day 4, last day of racing at the Loro Piana Giraglia here in Saint-Tropez. We are on Balazar, a fantastic Maxi 72 in Maxi A class. We are with Jordan Van Rooyen. He's the bow person on this boat, and we got to watch some spectacular mark roundings. When these boats go from upwind to downwind, they have to make a super tight turnaround to mark, and then the big spinnaker goes up, and the small front sail comes down, and they might put up some sails in between. But we want to know how it works, so we're here with Jordan right on the pointy end of the boat. So Jordan, just the set, when you, like right before you get to a mark and right when you round it, what are all the things you have to do?
Yeah, it's one of the most exciting moments of the race, of course, for me, because that's where all the fuck-ups come, and also...
Hold on, we can't say it.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
It
was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good to lighten the mood.
Yeah. Well, we'll start from...
I'll start from scratch.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, it's good for me. I'm doing the prize giving, so I need
Okay, good.
all the help possible saying Loro Piana.
You don't have to hold it like next to your mouth. You can hover it.
Okay, cool. day 4 of the Loro Piana Giraglia. It was a fantastic day on the water today. Last day of inshore racing. We are here on Balazar, a Maxi 72 in Maxi 8, and we were so stoked with the oh, I'll do it again. What's the name of the boat that we go on with the sponsors?
Loro Piana.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, ready. Let's go. We are at day 4, last day of inshore racing at the Loro Piana Giraglia 2024. We are on a Maxi 72 Balazar, and we were so stoked today to watch them go around their first, probably only weather mark. And we are with the bow person, Jordan Van Rooyen. How you doing, Jordan?
Yeah, good. It was a good day. We actually had 2 top marks. The first in the race, and this one was the second one where we saw you guys. Yeah, pretty hectic actually. A lot of wind changes, so we had a lot of sails up and down. So at that weather mark, we had to prepare everything because we didn't know what sail went up. But let's run through the maneuver there, because we came into a top mark. We got about 4 minutes before that we hit the top mark that we start preparing as a bow team. The bow team gets the spinnaker all the way to the pointy end over there. That's the bowsprit, about 2 meters out. And then from that point, if it's there, we're ready to hoist. And then the boys in the back and the girls in the back start hoisting. Needs to go all the way up the rig. And yeah, that's the bow team, not only me. We're 3 of us that are controlling the spinnaker so it goes up correctly and it doesn't fly off, doesn't hit the water, and we're ready to go onto the downwind leg.
That's fantastic. And when we watched you, it was kind of interesting. We didn't really pay attention early, but you were sneaking that spinnaker out to the tip of the bowsprit. When you came around, as soon as it started going up, you didn't look like you had much to do in that first little bit after you tacked and you rounded. What are you thinking there? You're just waiting to do something, waiting to take the jib down? What's going on? You look pretty relaxed.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually need to wait until the kite is completely clear of the boat before I can start taking down the jib. And yeah, actually the guys in the back are the ones having to do the most at that moment. But the run up until the top mark, it's when I'm the busiest. So that's a little bit of a relaxing moment for me until it all starts again to take the jib down.
Awesome. Well, we won't talk about the leeward mark roundings or the jibes because we don't have all the time in the world. You guys aren't doing the distance race. We're probably not sure about that. Yep, that's fine. But thank you for sharing with us. This is like kind of a how it works kind of thing, but we also want to know, who are you? Now, you're from the Caribbean, you live in the Netherlands maybe,
yeah.
And did you start sailing in the Caribbean?
Yeah, actually born and raised in the Caribbean, where I've spent all my life racing and sailing. And yeah, I got myself into the European sailing scene. Now a professional bowman, and I'm loving it. Yeah.
Cool. That's a job, it's a thing.
It is. It's actually a job. And I'm enjoying every moment of it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jordan. We're closing out day 4 of the Loro Piana Giraglia, and tomorrow we are going to Genoa. I don't know what the conditions are. We'll give you a morning report. But Jordan, thanks so much for letting us know how it works on Balazar, the Maxi 72, and we'll see you on the water.
And I'm enjoying every moment of it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Loro Piana Giraglia, and tomorrow we are going to Genoa. I don't know how it works on Balazar, the Maxi 72.
And I'm enjoying every moment of it. Yeah.
Tomorrow we are here. We are at the Loro Piana Giraglia. It is the last day of inshore racing, day 4. I'm again your host, Chris Museler. We are with Caroline Petit on Mowgli, and this is one of the boats that just came here just for the real Giraglia. Saint-Tropez to Genoa via Corsica and Giraglia Rock. Now, we really want to figure this out, Caroline. You are been planning on this race for a while, and you are the navigator and skipper. So just tell us about your role. Besides the skipper, let's talk about navigation.
Yeah, thank you. Just for comprehension, my English is very bad. So,
Cool.
yes, I try to do the navigation for tomorrow, and for this I take some information from meteorology, some data, keep it in the computer, and the computer know the boat with some information about the boat. And after, I have the best way to go. We call it routing, maybe in English. And for this, I have now a map to show me how to go, and I will have also the condition, meteo, the real condition that I can have, and I have the time for arrival that is given by the computer. Donc I know that tomorrow I can start at 12 o'clock, and I will arrive on Friday in night around 10 o'clock, or maybe before if we are in very good condition.
Fantastic. And that gives everyone else an idea too. Now it's a weather forecast, so it's not perfect. But what do we expect for tomorrow? I mean, the faster boats are in different winds sometimes. But what do you expect for your course? Is it going to be windy? Is it going to be upwind, downwind?
Alors, it could be windy for all the Giraglia this year, with lots of wind at the beginning, upwind during 5 or 6 hours, and when we will be to Porcoro, we have now after good wind, downwind to go to the Giraglia, and after it will be we call it reaching to go to Genoa.
Fantastic. And let's see, you have a crew of 7. Who do we have here with me? We have, what's your name? Cecilia. Joanna and? Ind. All right, fantastic. And this boat is, what kind of boat is this?
What kind of boat is this? It's a Dufour 36 feet performance. So we are on performance here, and it's the second time I sail in this boat for the Giraglia. So I know this boat, and I know that it's the best boat to do that.
Awesome. Well, it's always great to have a crew that has been together before. And like you said, you put your labels all over the boat. You showed us so everyone knows where everything is, even with your headlamp on in the middle of the night, and they know what they're doing. Well, Caroline, thank you so much for giving us a tour of the boat, letting us know how the weather routing works out. And a little bit of heavy upwind work, downwind, and some reaching. You put your labels all over the boat. Everything is, even with your head. Thank you so much. All right, so that is our day tomorrow, and the next day, you might be coming in. Thank you so much for giving us a tour of the boat, letting us know how the weather routing. Can't wait to see everyone on the starting line tomorrow, and then in Genoa for the prize giving. And a little bit of work, a little bit of great breeze downwind, and some reaching. Day 4 of the Loro Piana Giraglia. Thank you so much. All right, so end of the Inshore series. Let's get to the results. Thank you so much for giving us a tour of the boat. First place, Daget 3. In second, Lisa. And in third, Give Me 5. A little bit of great breeze downwind. Inshore racing overall, IRC 2. First place, Espresso. In second, Le Lupin. And in third, Collier Soleil. In ORC 1, in first place, Wind Whisper 44. In second, From Now On. And in third, Lady. In ORC 2, in first, Melagodo. In second, IMX Tinente. In third, Farfallina 2. And in IRC 0, Maxi A. In first, Jetu. In second, Jolt. And in third, Galatea. And finally, in IRC 0, Maxi B. In first place, Waligno. In second, Chipalipa 10. And in third, Spirit of Lorena. Is it going to be upwind?
for all.
It was absolutely fantastic conditions today. When the Maxis went out into the Bay of Pamplona, it was a little bit of light under the headlands, but then when they got to their first turning mark, for everyone coming in at tacking, bearing off, hoisting their kites, it was absolutely beautiful. On the spectator boat, we were trying to keep up with them when the breeze was only 10 knots because they were doing like 15 knots. It was fantastic. In the IRC and ORC, after their long course, they finished right out here in front of the race village with a beam reaching finish. It was closer than the start. There was even a foiling boat that lost their rudder just for a little bit right before the finish. The boat bore off and just made it. It's amazing how exciting it can get. So anyway, we're finishing up. It's the end of the inshore racing. What a fantastic week it's been here in Saint-Tropez. It's going to be pretty sad to leave, but we're on to bigger things. Genoa tomorrow. It's a live commentary for the start of the real Giraglia. 241 miles from Saint-Tropez out to Corsica, the Rock of Giraglia, and then on to Genoa. We wish our sailors luck and safety, and we can't wait to see you in the live show, and then finally at the final prize giving in Genoa. Have a great night.